Hey, hi. We're the last thing before the break. This is going to be fast, furious, fun. It will take engagement and creativity. Everybody here likes entrepreneurship, right? Maybe? Woo-hoo. Woo, yay! Okay, cool. Fun fact, you're not alone. Every year in the US, there's about 5 million businesses started. We spend about $200 billion annually on it. It's a big deal. Beyond that, if you were to ask somebody in the workforce, ages 25 to 50-ish, if they have an idea for a dream business, 62% of them would say yes. 41% say they would leave their jobs in 6 months if they thought they could pull it off. Less than 2% actually do. That's a problem. Beyond that, if you were to look at entrepreneurship, as popular as it is, as cool as it is, actual entrepreneurship in the United States, entrepreneurship rates in the United States have declined by more than 50% in the last 30, 40 years. We have a problem. We have an issue, and that's a really big problem because everybody here likes entrepreneurship, right? Woo! Okay, great. So that's bad, and that's not just bad for investors who want to make money or for entrepreneurs who want to solve a problem, bring something for the world. Entrepreneurship is, yes, it's how we solve problems. Yes, it's how we make the world that we want. But 100% of net job growth also comes from companies that are less than 5 years old. 100%. And then not only that, but better jobs. In fact, somebody who even attempts to start a business and fails is still expected to have a 10% higher net income compared to somebody who never even achieved it, because there is a game that is being played. There's a game that's being played, and it's a better game when we all play together. It's a participation sport. What are we going to do with our lives? What are we going to do with the world? How do we get everybody playing the game? Because it's not just one idea versus another. This isn't a competition. That's why we love MFC. This is about how do we all win together. The people with investment, the people with ideas, those of us in the community, how do we all build this world together? That's our goal, right? The vast majority of activity in a free market society is not competition, but cooperation, said Sir John Marks Templeton in a 1920 graduation speech at Yale. So yes, somebody remembered a graduation speech at one point. So Landon and I are here today because we believe in that. We believe in that entrepreneurship is for everybody. The world's a better place when everybody does this. The question remains, how do we make that happen? And so this is why we've built Slyngshot. Slyngshot is a really fun toy that allows anyone to be able to create, build, and share an idea for a business and launch that out. And so in that spirit of all of us here being entrepreneurial and this being a participation sport, who's got an idea? Landon, you want to take it away? Cool.
Yeah, as Ryan said, oh, thank you. Please hold your applause until I can embarrass myself. As Ryan said, there's a game being played, right? And so the best way to be involved in that is to actually try and play. So if you've spoken to me at all today, I'm going to walk around the room here a little bit. If you've spoken to me at all today, you may have heard me secretly, clandestinely mine your brains for some information. And I would talk to people, and I'd say, this is actually a really great icebreaker, so feel free to steal this idea. But the next time you're at one of these events, talk to people and say, what is your dream business? If you had a complete blue sky opportunity, you could do anything you want. You get $20 million tomorrow. What would you pursue? You don't have to use the whole 61% statistic. We can leave that later. But if you say that, you'll notice immediately people's eyes kind of glaze over as if they're looking at a fond memory. They say, well, when I'm in a long meeting, I would say, I want to do X, Y, and Z. So I want to do that right now with you today. Let's think of an idea together and see if we can run it through Slyngshot. So to match Ryan's energy and speed, let's hear some good, random, blue sky thinking ideas. Anybody got one? Yes, in the back, a brave man. Energy drink company. Excellent. Okay. Anybody want to pass the ball to elaborate on top of that?
Or other ideas? Come on, folks. Whole room of entrepreneurs.
Oh, okay.
Wheatgrass energy.
Now that's starting to sound a little familiar. Okay.
Hey, Danielle, idea. Non-stick sunscreen. Ooh, we are in Malibu. How topical. What else? What else we got?
Get it?
Sir, as a Kansas farm boy, I know your constituency. Okay.
So we got an Amish dating site. Appreciate the challenge there. We have wheatgrass energy drink. Anything else? Child brain development app. Okay, that sounds complex. Let's try that.
What makes it special? What's special about your child brain development app?
It focuses on different parts of the brain. For example, for your creative side, or your logical side, then fine-tunes it so you can be stronger in these areas.
Okay. And how does it focus? Is it a game? Is it a mind reader? Is it? Okay, all right, great. Gotcha. Cool,
Okay.
Let's try that out.
Nothing like a live demo to get the blood flowing in the morning,
Yeah.
right? So this is where Slyngshot starts listening. The idea is that we wanted to build an AI component that never felt like it was wrestling the reins away from you. You're always in the driver's seat. All Slyngshot does is say yes and. It's a good improv partner, right? So it's like, great, child development, I love it. Yes, and what if you said it this way? So no matter how, stream of consciousness, caveman, unga bunga language you use, it dresses up the language a little bit. Okay, unlock your child's limitless potential. It's very complimentary. With our groundbreaking app designed to nurture brain development through engaging games, you get the idea. Okay, that sounds great. So then after that, you can go through and start picking out some imagery for your site. Ooh, these look very imaginative and colorful. Let's go with this one. Then it starts saying, okay, yes, and here's a couple of other features. Maybe based on what you've described, I can get you started, or I can even throw out a couple of other suggestions you haven't even considered yet. We got some gamified learning elements here, designed specifically to stimulate different regions of the brain. Personalized training plans, customized to each individual need, or progress tracking and insights. So these are all elements, features of the idea that you could be considering. Of course, you can edit, you can drag and drop to reprioritize these, but every single input you give is slowly training your specific model of Slyngshot to better understand your idea as it is up here in your mind. So say, all right, this is great. Let's start coming up with some names. Some people maybe already have one in their back pocket. Do you have an idea for this child development app, sir?
OSK.
OSA?
OSK.
OSK.
Okay, cool.
All right, so that's option A. Audience poll. We also have cognitive cortex, neuro peak, mind bender, zenith brain, or brainy buddies. Let's go with brainy buddies. It's a little more friendly, okay? Brainy buddies, it's child development. We're all friends here, we're buddies. So then it helps you design a logo. So again, every single milestone, it's getting through the process saying, you don't have to have a creative designer, you don't have to be a web app guru. We're gonna get you through some of that legwork right now just to give you momentum. We want you to capitalize on your excitement as you're first putting your toe into the deep waters of your entrepreneurial journey, right? So it gives you some different choices for logos that you can select based on theme. You say, I'm going for more kind of fun or lighthearted one. I want to do a friendly one that's very child-friendly. Let's go with this one here. Continue building the site. Then you go through each of these different sections that help you understand each element a little bit more in depth. The idea is that everybody that starts this isn't necessarily an MBA level of entrepreneur, even though I'm probably preaching to a crowd right now. We want anybody to be able to do this. So a lot of the questions are meant to are designed to feel like you're talking to a very business savvy friend in a coffee shop. That's like, listen, I got this idea, right? Brainy buddies, hear me out. Children, brain development, gamification, are you with me? Okay, and then they can help offer some suggestions to yes and your idea and make it even better. So let's say we're gonna target this very specifically here in the great state of California, just to get us started here. And we're going to say, we'll target adults, because this will be for people who are having children. We'll go for both men and women here. And we'll go for just a medium income level. Doesn't really matter right now. Then, here's a fun part where we start crunching some numbers for you. A lot of entrepreneurship is you constantly switching hats and you're having to research different things, right? You have to be an expert on market data. You have to be an expert on your demographic. You have to be an expert on your product itself. And doing all of that is exhausting and hard. So if I'm going to delegate any of that for robots to take care of for me, I want to do the research part. I say, you go fetch me some data that's verifiable. It's not just LLM hallucinations. This is not just ChatGPT and a wrapper. This is some homebrew, artisanal grade LLM AI-generated tech here. Thank you very much. So right now, what it's doing is actually going and researching the Bureau of Economic Analysis, a government database that gives us some good, verifiable, real data to help us create a TAM-SAM song. We notice those acronyms got thrown up on the screen a couple times earlier today. We can go into that. But again, most people never know what that acronym stands for. You don't need to know if we can run some of those numbers for you and give it to you in a very easy to understand way. So it's like you start small with a nice, big, attractive billion-dollar number, and then we can winnow it down a little bit and say, all right, your service obtainable is in the neighborhood of 15 million. So I won't go through, I'm a proud papa of this thing. I want to go through the whole thing and show you exactly how excited I am at every step of the way. I will save you the option of doing that if you want to come meet us in the booth and we can make an idea for you later on. But as I said earlier, as I was oddly walking around the room, we had actually spoken to someone earlier about one of their ideas to see if we could kind of go through the process here.
Yeah, and you could even like bring up that site real quick. So real quick, so why are we doing this? Again, why don't people start? So the failure rates in entrepreneurship are actually not, you might hear the numbers thrown around like, okay, X number of businesses make it to year 1, year 2. It's actually the first 90 days. So Stanford and Kauffman both have said, why don't people succeed? And it's the amount of data, it's the amount of knowledge, the amount of hat switching they have to do in the first 90 days where they never even begin. So if we can help knock out those first 90 days in about 9 minutes, that can change things. What we want to do is, do for entrepreneurship what the iPhone did for photography. Photography used to be the realm of a few nerds hanging out in a dark room. You had to understand chemistry, physics, math, all sorts of stuff. No offense to the photographers in the room, thank you very much. But then the iPhone made photography the zeitgeist for everyone. Even if you're not a content creator, we live in that world. How do we do the same thing with entrepreneurship? So can we take that complexity, but put that creative power in people's hands? We're not removing their creativity. A tool takes away a job. An instrument can create one. That's what we're after. We've all heard that AI can kill jobs. Great. What if AI actually becomes the greatest job opportunity and wealth creation engine opportunity we've had in decades? That's what we're after. So to skip this whole process of how Slyngshot would then take you through everything from like, yes, your idea, your product, your value, the money, the strategy, it'll walk you through all of that. We actually did that with somebody just earlier. Sarah, are you in here? Sarah, hey, hi. Do you mind if we brag on you? Okay, Sarah, we asked you your idea for a dream business earlier. Would you be okay sharing it? Just like real quick.
Salt than a regular person does, and I have to have 100 ounces of water. So that would be like what would be in the Dexcom, similar.
Yeah. Yes. So a medtech device to help you manage that condition, similar to what diabetics have in the market today. So Slyngshot was able to come up with Zenith Relief. And this is also a great curveball to use because maybe I'm ignorant. I was not familiar with POTS as a syndrome. But even with a very specific medical diagnosis, it was able to pull up market research, suggest customers, and help point you in directions of these are competitors you need to look out for, and provide a very in-depth analysis of how to get things started. So it goes through with your value prop here at the beginning. It even generates some customers, again, without us ever even having to tell it to. It comes up with different features. You can expand each of these features. This, by the way, is a website that it has created automatically for you for this website, for your idea that you can then publicly share with anybody. You can pitch from it. You can use it however you like. It's got nice little horizontal elements as well, talking about your demographic information. There's that gorgeous Tam Sam song. All right. If anybody's interested in getting a slice of this $116 million, go ahead and make all payable checks out to Sarah. Talk to her after this. I think you have some good ideas here. But most impressively, not only did it start recommending actual different alternative sources of revenue that I didn't even suggest, it was able to create a competitive analysis report.
So if I may, here's really what's going on underneath the hood. It's like, yes, we can take your idea, we can make it real, we can flush you out, we can give you a light plan, we can give you a website, we can help you raise funds, get you started. But here's the data we're able to grab. So right now, what you're looking at is a 40-something long page, market analysis and business plan. It would have been a great way for me to skip all my homework here at Pepperdine University. Every single data point on here is citable. So it's connected to real information, it's sourceable, and it's gonna walk you through, what's the industry, what are the trends, what's the data you need to know. Sarah, we actually already went through it, and it was lining through, all right, here's different competitors, here's the life cycles, here's how the industry's going, here's how you should finance your company, here's how it could grow, here's how much is out there, here's the teams you need, here's the partners you should talk to, here's all those things. And so this is the amount of depth of data we're able to get in about 2 to 3 minutes to support somebody's new ideas, whether they're creating a very, very specific medical device company or they want to be a dog walker in Santa Monica. but we can put that same amount of creative power and infrastructure behind every single business to, yes, support that unique entrepreneur, but then to also connect them to the right people, resources, and even funding they would need to make that company real. So again, our whole goal is how do we make a more entrepreneurial world? How do we put something in people's hands, just like the iPhone, that makes this simple, accessible, and creative for everybody? Because I think it's going to be a better world, a stronger world, and just a really awesome economy to play around in. So come to the booth. We can build you a company. It's going to be a lot of fun. And this goes live in a week. So we're going to market too. So we'll see you out there. Thanks, folks.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.